Hello everyone, welcome back to 48 Now. I'm your digital host, Tatiana White, and today I am joined by Angel Jones, who is a certified recovery support specialist. How are you doing today?
I'm so good.
How are you? I'm good. I'm so glad to have you back.
I'm so glad to be back. It's so fun. It's exciting.
Yes, if you all remember, she came on for the recovery rally a few months ago, so happy to have her back always. And so recovery houses around the Tennessee Valley are making a real difference in the community this weekend. They've partnered with other local recovery houses and churches to help families affected by the government shutdown and recent changes to SNAP benefits. So their upcoming donation drive is a way for the community to come together, support each other, and make sure no one goes without. And so for those who may not know, can you start by telling us just a little bit about like the recovery houses, like just the mission overall of recovery houses here in Huntsville?
Absolutely. So what I want to do is go ahead and lead with a scripture. There is a scripture in the Bible I think everybody knows. That's Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then there's Philippians 4:12. And that is, I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether in abundance or lack. And with that being said, it's like, recovery homes here in the North Alabama area, they all rely on SNAP benefits. In active addiction, in homelessness. A lot of these individuals have experienced this, where there was no idea where our next meal was coming from, where we were going to be at, where we were going to stay at, where we were going to lay our head. And with the help of others who have strengthened them, they have been able to eat and not miss a meal. So they know what that feels like. It really is a deep part of people who are in long-term recovery, such as myself, that say SNAP benefits get cut off. What we do is we band together and we help the community. So what's going on is that there are recovery homes in the area. There are 3 to 4 very prominent recovery homes here in the area who have banded together, have gathered all the resources and say, even though we do rely on some SNAP benefits for our residents and in order to feed ourselves and to provide food for the homes and for others who come in off the street with homelessness, we want to help the community first. And that is how we are content in every situation, is saying we might not have a lot, but we're going to give you what we have. So it's really interesting to see that even though the government shutdown and the loss of SNAP benefits could cause someone to have that feeling of lack or that feeling of what am I going to do next? It's the strengthening through Christ and saying, well, I'm going to go get stuff and give it out. So that's how it's working in the recovery community today.
And that's so beautiful that you guys are all working together just to make this happen and letting nobody go without. And so I love that they're all just coming together, every recovery house, the churches, like everybody just working in one. So that's awesome. And so the open donation event, it's going to help like families and people affected by the government shutdown, SNAP benefit delays. And so what inspired you all to kind of take action, and what kind of got you all to collaborate? How did that whole collaboration happen?
So what ended up happening was just the presence on the internet, where the original, I thought, and the very end of October, that the SNAP benefits were going to be cut off. There was some viral attention that those who didn't know what to do next, and I think that the entire community started to go, well, what can we do? Instead of that idea and that thought, well, oh no, it's thinking, well, that is exactly what community is for. And so the recovery community is hundreds of people, thousands in the North Alabama and beyond, that said, we can do something. And so what we did is that what we always do is that we go, well, let's get together. And we just started texting and started talking, and I can do this and I can get that, and I'll send people on Saturday, and it's there was over 400 pounds of food delivered to Lakewood Baptist Church yesterday. And that's just our first round. That's not even the boxes that we put all over Huntsville. So it's really that drive. I will say this, that people in the recovery community, it's one of our greatest assets is being able to go and get. We're really good at going and getting stuff. I mean, if you take that same energy that we had, in active addiction and running and going and doing and trying to get, the next thing in order to find ways and means to get more. We do that same energy when it comes to helping out the community. We just said, hey, we can, what one would consider the word hustle, we can hustle. And so we've hustled up all the resources, and then we're going to actually use the church, Lakewood Baptist Church, in order to be that vessel and to push it out to the community.
Yes, I think that's awesome that you guys are using that just to build up, do something great for the community.
Yeah.
And then I love, it reminds me of when you talked about the recovery rally that you all had, and you were like, oh, everybody just comes together, and it's just that simple. And so I love that you all have like a family basically just to lean on no matter what's going on. So,
absolutely, absolutely, and it is a family. And so, because a lot of people in the recovery community, they actually don't really come from, a place where they felt like they maybe had, that source of family, or they've broken those bonds. And so a new family is formed, and we are just so strong. And so when we decide and we look towards each other for help, that's what we do. We just really are really good at
y'all are. Yes. You have definitely made that known, and so I love it. I love it. And can you tell us a little bit more about the event, when and where it's happening, and what people can expect that day of the donation drive?
Absolutely. So it's going to be at Lakewood Baptist Church, and that's going to be at 2101 Maston Lake Road. It's going to be an all-day event. We will be there at noon, and we're going to be setting up. But the event, the drive-through where people can drive in, is going to be from 2 to about 6 at night. It should be about 4 hours, but we're just going to keep giving out food until it's over. And we'll stay there as long as it takes. So there'll be some people out, and the thing is, it's not just food. As a matter of fact, it's an open donation event. And open donation means, anything that you can get, canned goods, spices, household items, cleaning items, can openers. Believe it or not, people need can openers. Because if you get canned foods and you're like, I don't have a can opener. Spices, you get meat and you don't have spices, then it's not going to be as delicious as it could be. And then also hygiene items. So we have a couple of businesses in the area, such as Salons by JC and other businesses that we've gotten in place. Also, Partnership for a Drug-Free Community is also another drop-off location. But, we're talking about pet food, gas gift cards, all of those things. Because you got to understand, the people who are losing these SNAP benefits, they're taking the only money that they have and they're buying food. They have to buy the food. So they don't have the money for the other items, such as pet food for their cat or their dog.
And I love that. I love you guys are doing the gas cards and everything. These are things I think sometimes people don't think about. It's like it's not just the food, but it's the hygiene. It's needing gas in your car to go to work and all these different things. And so I love that. And so can people also drop off day of, or do you guys prefer for it? Okay, awesome.
Absolutely. The day of, we'll be there all day. You can just, Lakewood Baptist Church is the vessel in which we are, passing it all out. We have plenty of room for everything. There's multiple drop-off locations in the Huntsville area, but the day of, on Saturday, November the 8th, anyone can come and they can drop off anything. We're taking clothes, we're taking, anything that you could think of, household items, hygiene items, cleaning items. Sometimes people don't realize it, but Tupperware. Aluminum foil, Ziploc bags. And I'm saying this, it doesn't have to be perfectly brand new. Oftentimes you might have an old bottle of, something that's, not just a quarter full, and you're like, well, I don't know if I want to bring it. We'll use it. We'll give
awesome. Yes, I love it. You guys are reusing and being reuseful for everything. I love that. And what kind of donation items are most needed right now that people can bring?
So what we've gotten a lot of is we've gotten a lot of meat yesterday, which is fantastic.
Yes.
We got chicken, we got sausage, we got steak, we got
all the good stuff.
Yes, and a lot of times those pantries, and there are so many pantries that are popping up all over North Alabama, which is amazing.
Yes.
There's a lot of staple items that are being given out, but we do need more canned foods. Those would be a great thing to put at our drop-off locations. And obviously, like I said, we're going to do anything you can think of, because there might be some things that I haven't thought of yet, and there's lists that are going all over Facebook and everything that people are saying this is what we need. And it's interesting that people are really wanting coats and socks and hats for the cold winter months. And so that's another thing that we're also providing at Lakewood Baptist Church, is that we do have a coat closet, a medical closet, and a food closet.
Awesome.
So we're really just trying to push out anything. But As far as, I think that we look past Tupperware, Ziploc bags, aluminum foil, the things to store the food, because sometimes people will get food and they don't have Tupperware, so they have to throw away what was left over.
Yes, and I think that's great that you're thinking ahead of that, because I think a lot of people, they're just like, okay, the canned foods, all these different things, and then like you said, there's nowhere to store it, so it's like either they have to like eat it all at once, or it'll only last for maybe 2 days or so, and we want it to stretch, so
Absolutely.
Yes. And if someone wants to drop off donations or volunteer to pick up donations, how can they do that, or where can they go? What are the different drop-off locations?
The drop-off locations so far in Huntsville, there is a box at Star Market Pharmacy right when you walk in, and there's the checkout area. And now these boxes are small. We're going to be continuously picking them up.
Okay.
Star Market, Allied Printing off University Drive, right across from Saving Way.
Okay.
There's also going to be a drop-off location at Salons by JC for makeup and hygiene items and anything else. Also, there's going to be a drop-off location at Partnership for a Drug-Free Community. So there's 4 major drop-off locations, and of course Lakewood Baptist Church.
Yeah.
So 2101 Maston Lake Road.
Yes. So plenty of places to drop off
for
at.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. And then also, you can reach out. There's going to be a number, and then you can reach out to me, and we'll pick up. We will come and pick it up from you if there's no way for the individuals to go to those drop-off locations. We are arranging pickups as well.
So that is perfect, and I feel like that's a great way. A lot of people don't have that option of somebody to come pick up something for them, and they might not have transportation to do that, so people can still give even if they can't physically drive to the place. So,
right.
Yes.
The people in the recovery homes have trucks, and they're like, we'll go get it.
Yes.
Yes,
awesome.
absolutely.
And for people who are struggling right now, and how can they find out if they're eligible to receive donations or assistance, or can they just go, anybody can go on Saturday?
Anyone can come on Saturday.
Okay.
That'll be at 2101 Maston Lake Road, and if you can't make it on Saturday, we should maybe have some leftovers. There is a closet that's going to be full, and what I'm believing in is that we will have enough for that day and even beyond.
Yes,
and you will always take donations, and so if you can't make it for that Saturday, obviously come and bring more donations any day of the week at Lakewood Baptist Church, because that is it's a mission to provide to the community, that we do it year round 365 days a year.
Awesome.
So if you can't make it for Saturday and think you've got a busy weekend and then you might make it for next week, bring it for next week.
Yes,
and you can reach out, and you can also go to Lakewood Baptist Church and just ask for help. Lakewood Baptist Church has a lot of missions where they help people with medical supplies, clothing, and also food.
Yes, I love it, and I feel like those are like the top 3 things that people need, is like anything for first aid, medical, and then clothes, and then food. Those are like the top essentials to just live life. So
absolutely, for sure.
And beyond this event, how can people just continue to support the work that you all are doing at the recovery houses throughout the year?
So honestly, what we do is that we'll have either fundraisers, and they can be listed on those websites, but throughout the year, a lot of times what's important is to, reduce the stigma. A lot of times I believe that what happens is that the recovery community is a sub-community where it can be misunderstood that we're trying to be productive members of society, right? And productive members of society is not just paying bills and getting a job and repairing those broken relationships in the community and in the family. It's giving back. Because we once, as the recovery houses and the recovery community, what we did is that we actually terrorized our community. We terrorized our families, and we know that. And so we want to give back, and we want to be able to, be a part of. And so by assisting with Partnership for a Drug-Free Community, that would be a wonderful, opportunity. Also, Ross is another one off Stephanie Drive. That's another really great opportunity, and they feed us through those things. It's important to understand that people in recovery community, we just want to re-enter society. We want to be a part of. We want to re-enter our communities, and so just understanding that there are people who are in long-term recovery and in short-term recovery who need that help. So providing the resources and giving that that loving hand and being able to say, hey, I see you, man, and I hear you, and and just encouraging, really.
I absolutely love that, and that you guys are just being able to give back, and you guys are continuing to do that in various different ways throughout the year, even outside of a government shutdown. I know you guys always do things like this, so that's awesome.
Yes, absolutely.
And is there anything else that I didn't ask, or anything you would like to share?
Well, really, at the end of the day, I think that it's just important to understand that in in part of being a person in long-term recovery, what's been given to me was given to me freely. And what I can only do is just give back to the community. And the way that matters the most is when I listen to my higher power, my higher power says go, instead of just scrolling on Facebook and saying, you know, well, they lost their benefits. You know, I once was on benefits, and there's a lot of my friends who are on benefits. And it helped in a very important time of need. And just understanding that it's not that far away from me, and I'm able to give back by getting that strength through God and my friends and my family and my recovery community. And we are like really, really strong, and we're able to give back. So at the end of the day, I just want to give the glory to God. I just want to give it to him, because he's the one that brought me this far, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without him.
Yes, that's so nice, and thank you so much for sharing.
Absolutely.
And I love how you said, like, you're not that far away. I think a lot of people don't realize we're all just one check or something away from having to have benefits or something. And so I think it's amazing that you have that mindset and you're considering that and being able to give back, because you just never know when you're going to need that same support one day. So yeah.
The truth is not everybody's fridge is full. You know, we're not brimming. We're in a government shutdown. There are SNAP benefits cut off. Our pantries aren't fully stocked as they were. Even though, like I said in the scripture I led with, I'm content. Even though I don't have everything, I'm going to give first to get the blessings that I'm supposed to get. So that's what's important, is to understand that although we're able to give, that doesn't mean that our fridges are full, our pantries are full. Give what you can. Give what you can.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be this large donation. If you have spare canned goods, if you have an extra can opener, if you have some spices you haven't used, if you have, you know, an old coat that you think, I don't think anybody really needs it, give it. Because it's just, all we do is we give to get. And that's what the event is called, Give to Get, Lakewood Baptist Church, 2101 Maston Lake Road. It's going to be on Saturday. It's going to be an all-day event, and it's also an opportunity to come and meet some of the recovery community. And it's a really, really awesome way to meet the people that are a part of and want to be a part of the community as well.
Yes, it'll be just a great time, I feel, of just connecting and supporting one another in the community in various different ways. And like you said, also breaking the stigma by being able to meet people who are in these recovery houses as well. So,
absolutely. It's all a bunch of really wonderful people, and they're my family, and they'll give the shirt off their back. They really would. They really would, because they've been there before.
Right, absolutely. Sure. Well, thank you so much,
you.
Angela. It was so great having you on again. Yes, it's so great having you.
Thank you.
And thank you all for tuning into 48 Now. The open donation event takes place on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, November 8th. It will be at Lakewood Baptist Church, which is at 2101 Maston Lake Road. And it's a great community effort to help each other out during this time. And it's at 2 p.m. for the donation giveaway. And there's multiple drop-off locations throughout the week that you can go to. You can also drop off the day of, and anybody is welcome to come and get donations on Saturday. And so for more information or to find out how you can donate, volunteer, get assistance, or anything throughout the year, please feel free to reach out directly to Angel and her team. And I don't know if you want to provide your email or phone number.
My phone number I can provide right now, and if it's 256-980-2170, and I'll answer or text right away.
Yes, awesome. So yeah, feel free to reach out to Angel, and she will be more than happy to help and assist you. And so support the cause if you can. No donation is too little, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.